Before we jump into today's episode, I want to invite you to a live training I'm hosting called The Hidden SEO Mistakes Costing Clinics Patients Right Now and Easy Fixes. If you've ever wondered why your clinic isn't showing up as often as you would like on Google, Google Maps, or even AI-powered search results, this training is for you. I'll be sharing some of the most common SEO mistakes I see clinic owners making right now and simple fixes that can help improve your visibility. You can save your spot by visiting propelyourcompany.com/June. And if you can't make it live, sign up anyway because a replay will be available for a limited time. All right, now on to today's episode. Welcome back to the Clinic Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Darcy Sullivan from Propel Marketing and Design. And today we're diving into a silent SEO killer that could be holding your website back. Thin content. Even if your site looks polished and professional, if your pages are light on substance, Google may be ignoring them completely. Even if your website looks polished and professional, if your website pages are light on substance, Google may be ignoring them completely. Stick around because we're breaking down what thin content is, how to identify it, and how to fix it so your site actually works for you. All right, let's dive in. So what is thin content exactly? Thin content refers to web pages that have little to no value to website visitors. These pages might be very short, under 200 to 400 words. In fact, I've seen them with less than 100 words. Light on helpful details, lacking original content, or content that was simply copied from another source or directly from AI. Or when people create content just to target keywords without providing real insight, and they do so in a way that is low value. For example, if your website has separate specific services pages, let's say you're a chiropractor and your website has specific pages like chiropractic care, massage therapy, or acupuncture, but you only have vague information on those pages, like we offer expert name of service in a relaxing environment. Book your appointment today. That's thin content. A little paragraph about a service on a page by itself. That's thin content. A page that has less than 500 words. That's thin content. Google sees this and thinks there's not enough useful information here. Let's rank somebody else's page instead. Thin content can really hurt your SEO. Thin content leads to low rankings because Google's algorithm favors helpful, in-depth, original content. You could acquire higher bounce rates, meaning somebody lands on your web page expecting to find high-quality content, reads the sentence that you have, and boom, leaves without taking action or really finding anything useful. And when Google sees people bouncing from these pages and realizing that they're low value, Google's assuming that that's what they are, low value, and is less likely to serve them up to people in search. It gives you missed opportunities. If you're not using your website pages to build authority, answer patients' questions, tell them what you do, it's gonna be a missed opportunity. Thin content is one of the top reasons websites fail to rank or suddenly drop in visibility. We work with a lot of chiropractors, and I can't tell you how many chiropractors we've worked with who have built out, or they thought they built out these specific services pages, but each of them just contain a few sentences or paragraphs without really going into detail. Or somebody set up the website for them and just put in a little blurb. And that, again, does not serve you. So once you've expanded your website and you have specific services pages, you want to make sure that they actually include details, that they include a description of how you provide the service, not just what the service is, who it's for, common ailments or conditions that it can help treat or help with, that you're answering common questions about these services, that you're including real images, and that you're including testimonials. Google wants to show results that answer questions people are searching for. So we want to make sure that your content, again, demonstrates your expertise, your authority, and your trustworthiness. Expertise and authority are shown by explaining these services in more detail and the way you handle these services, not just what the services are. Trustworthiness is shown through patient testimonials, photos of your team or somebody showcasing the service that you offer, and even short videos. When someone searches sciatica treatment in Denver, Google is trying to send them to a page that does its best to explain what the treatment looks like, what outcomes they can expect, and why your clinic is the best choice. So here are some signs and red flags to look for to let you know if you have a thin content problem. If your services pages are less than 500 words, if several pages have similar or identical text, especially if you copied these from other people or relied slowly on AI. Your blog posts are under 500 words with no visuals, links, or formatting. We have tons of resources on the right way to format blog posts, and we'll include some of those in the show notes. You get traffic to your website, but low engagement. This could be no calls, no bookings, or submission forms. So how do you go about fixing a thin content problem? Well, first, start by auditing your website. Go through your pages and look, are there actual segments of valuable content on those specific pages? Are you adding value? On your specific services pages, are you going into detail about these services? Are you explaining what will happen during a first visit? For your conditions pages, are you going into detail about the services that relate to those specific conditions pages? Are you answering frequently asked questions? We have a DIY SEO program called Ready, Set, Rank, and within Ready, Set, Rank, we have these page templates. So if you're interested in learning more about that, you can visit the website, propelyourcompany.com. And under Ready, Set, Rank, if you're interested in joining, you get access to some of the most valuable pages you need on your website, that templates for how to lay them out and what content should actually be on those pages. Also, you want to remember to make it unique. Your clinic is not like every other clinic, so make sure that your content reflects that it has your voice, your tone, your philosophy, your team's experience, and again, that it sounds like you and not AI. You can enhance pages by adding multimedia, like video, but make sure that you actually have text on the page. I remember speaking to an animal chiropractor, and they had put together this amazing video that was on their website, and it was on a page by itself, and it explained everything that somebody would need to know. But you know what? Nobody was pushing play. So if you do decide to include video, if there is important information on the video, make sure you include that information as text on pages on your website as well, so that somebody doesn't have to push play to know the important information. So We love video. We'd love for you to use it to amplify and take your content to the next level. But if there is relevant, important information on it, make sure that you also include that information as text and that it's formatted in the right way. So easy wins. Go and check out your specific services pages on your website. Make sure you have them as well, right? And pick 2 to 3 of your most important services that you offer and see how you can expand the content on those pages if the content on those pages is really falling thin. Thin content is a very common issue, but it's also very fixable. By putting more care into your content, especially on your most important pages, you'll be rewarded with better rankings, more website traffic, and more bookings. So don't let a beautifully designed website go to waste. Make sure your content is working as hard as your website design. If you're not sure whether your content is helping or hurting your SEO, head on over to our website and book a discovery call. We'll take a look at your website with you and give you some honest feedback. That's it for today's episode.